Hello everyone, I am Girly Ungab from Group 4, and together with my group mates, Michelin Hibaya, Kayla Bascones, Christine Velado, Grace Catherine Tauto, and Diane Oracion, we were going to discuss about underpinning learning theories and principles of multigrade teaching. But before that, let's define what is a multigrade teacher. The term multigrade teaching generally refers to a teaching situation where a single teacher has to take responsibility for teaching pupils across more than one curriculum grade within a timetabled period. Schools with multigrade classes are referred to as a multigrade schools. Multigrade teachers are teachers who teach students from multiple grades in the same classroom. Instead of having a separate classroom for each grade level, they teach a mix of students from different grades in one class. So now you already know what is a multigrade teacher, and let's discuss next about the learning theories. So first is multigrade teachers must have understanding of epistemologies underpinning multigrade teaching. So epistemologies refers to the theories or ideas about how knowledge is acquired and understood. It's basically about how we know or what we know. So when it says understanding of epistemologies underpinning multigrade teaching, it means that multigrade teachers need to understand the different theories or ideas about how students learn and understand things in a multigrade classroom setting. So they should be familiar with the principles that support teaching students from different grades together in one class. Next is constructivist approach is utilized in multigrade teaching. So in simple terms, a constructivist approach in multigrade teaching means that instead of just giving students information, the teacher helps them build their own understanding of the topic. It's like guiding them to construct their knowledge rather than just telling them what to know. So, in a classroom with students of different ages or grades, the teacher might use methods that encourage students to explore, ask questions, and figure things out on their own, making learning more interactive and personal. And lastly is multigrade teaching implies that in a student-centered environment, learning is more likely to flourish. It means that the teacher focuses on each student's needs rather than just following one set plan for everyone. When students feel like they're at the center of their learning, it's easier for them to understand and remember things. So, in multigrade teaching, it helps learning to grow and improve.
Another K for constructivist perspective sees learning as occurring through problem solving and language-based practice. Multigrade teaching studies have strongly put forward techniques for designing a multigrade teaching for collaborative knowledge building through social negotiation. That is according to Solakidis et al. 2005, as cited in Brown v. 2010. So, in multigrade teaching, using a constructivist perspective, students learn by solving problems and using language. They work together to build knowledge and talk about ideas, helping each other understand better through group discussions and teamwork. Students can find learning meaningful by incorporating pedagogical methods such as independent research, peer tutoring, and small group instruction. That is according to Lingam 2007, as cited in Brown v. 2010. So incorporating pedagogical methods like independent research, peer tutoring, and small group instruction can make learning more meaningful for students. Independent research allows them to explore topics on their own. Peer tutoring fosters collaboration, and small group instruction provides personalized attention, enhancing the overall learning experience. The study of CMANGA 2021, it was found out that effective teaching in multi-grade classroom takes place when, first, students are afforded opportunities for self-directed learning. Providing students with opportunities for self-directed learning empowers them to take charge of their education, fostering autonomy and a deeper understanding of the material. The second one is peer tutoring is proper use. So peer tutoring is effectively used when students help each other learn. It promotes a supportive learning environment, encourages collaboration, and enhances understanding through explanations from peers. The third one, learners are engaged in cooperative learning. So this approach promotes collaboration, communication, and mutual support among the students. It enhances their overall learning experience. The fourth one is learners' learning styles are recognized. So recognizing learners' individual learning styles involves understanding how each student prefers to learn, whether through visual, auditory, or kinesthetic methods. Tailoring instruction to accommodate diverse learning styles can optimize the educational experience for students. And lastly, the fifth one, the students are given opportunities to learn from their families. Providing students with opportunities to learn from their families involves recognizing and valuing the knowledge and experiences within the family unit. So this can include incorporating family stories, traditions, and practical skills into the learning process, creating a more holistic educational experience.
So here are the principles underlying teaching in multi-grade classes. First is children are unique. Every child has its own needs, interests, experiences, and hobbies of their own. Each one of them has differences and similarities with each other, whether in terms of physical, emotional, and intellectual. But it doesn't mean that they aren't unique individuals, because each one of them is unique on their own. Therefore, acknowledging the uniqueness of each child, considering their distinct needs, interests, experiences, and abilities is fundamental. Embracing diversity ensures a tailored approach to cater individual strengths and areas of growth. The second one is children learn best from experience. Although reading books, materials, memorizing facts, and doing some paper pencil tests is one of the important things in learning environment, still, it is not enough to provide learning experiences to the child. To stimulate their senses, students should explore their environment, experience doing activities by their own hands, and interact with people. So, prioritizing hands-on experiences over mere textbook learning fosters a deeper understanding, encouraging students to explore their surroundings, engage in activities, and interact with their environment enhances their learning journey beyond traditional methods. So these two principles form a foundation for effective teaching in multi-grade classes, promoting inclusive and experiential education.
Thank you, Ms. Bascones. So now, here are the continuation of principles underlying teaching multi-grade class. So third, children can and do learn well from one another. When working with common goals, students can support each other. They can be honest with one another and learn together. Through groups, collaborative and peer learning, students can help each other. They can share each other points of view and reflect on it. The fourth is the role of teacher in a classroom involves setting up and managing a learning environment. So the role of the teacher does not limit to teaching and sharing learning experiences to the students only. They play a variety of roles inside the classroom. So one of these is tone the classroom atmosphere, an environment conducive to the child's learning process. Keep the class in control, manage each of the child's behavior, and make sure that they will learn and enjoy in the class.
The fifth principle in teaching multi-grade classes is all about the implementation of the school curriculum must take into consideration the varied abilities, levels, and interests within a particular group. So, for example, if I will be hired as a multi-grade teacher, the first thing that I do is to observe my learners' behaviors. So, I have to know their uniqueness in terms of their strengths, weaknesses, their interests, and most importantly, their learning styles. So if I'm knowledgeable enough about their differences, I will be able to prepare varied teaching strategies and assessments that I will be utilized and able to cater all of these differences and making sure that everyone is respected and that no one will be left behind. The next principle in teaching multi-grade classes is the value of any educational program will be judged according to how well it can achieve the goals of the program. So, as each program has different goals, so it needs collaboration of the school, the parent, and the teacher, meaning to say they must work together and able to help the learners to learn inside and outside the classroom. And whether the child or the learners learn best what the program expects, it always depends on how well the school, the parent, and the teacher will work together. Meaning to say, there really is a power in collaboration. The last principle is about the interaging, or also called as the combination of children from different ages, is more respectful of the individual's needs of learners and reflects real life. So inside a multi-grade classroom, it is indeed true that students have different ages, gaps, and grade level, meaning to say each of them has a unique learning style and each of them is capable of learning as long as they are given the opportunity or the right to be educated and to meet their needs. Inside a multi-grade classroom, the teacher and the learners from different ages are interacting together, and it is all about teaching them to be prepared about the nearest future, and especially and how to interact with people from different ages and how to respect the individual's needs and differences.